Hey YouTube, it's Mitch at iPhoneCaptain.com. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 tweaks for the month. This is October the 10th today, and we've been sort of busy with the release of the new iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, so we're going to back up and do the top 10 tweaks for you for the month of September. There may be a few thrown in for early October, so let's get started. The first one is a send. You can get this for $1 in the Big Boss repo. This adds a new elegant way for it to experience your lock screen, and it does a really awesome job, I might add. It adds a new slider, as you can see right there. That's one thing I really like about it. And it still allows support for tweaks like forecast, convergence, Android lock, stride, and so forth. So let's go in here and look around some of the settings you get with this. And you get your toggle switch, of course, and you got some general information here. Let's go into general. And it's got a dark mode. You can turn that on. We'll see what that's all about. But you can also use your default passcode is still yet if you want to do that. However, if you have been using the tweak that lets you customize each button, you can still use that also. So that's something to keep in mind if you are a user of that. Okay guys, the next one we're looking at here is called CallBar for iOS 7, and you can get this for $3.99 in the Big Boss repo. And what this does, it allows you to answer and receive calls differently, make and receive I should say, and it also allows you to add an activation gesture to enable the tweak, so invoke it I should say. So if we go ahead and invoke it, you'll see it get a little drop down up here at the top, and if I tap that blank space there, it's going to show me the last number that was called. And you've got several different options here. You've got favorites, recents, contacts, you even got your keypad, if you want to pull that up, voicemail, right on down the line. Now, if we were to close that back up, and you also got your last couple or your favorites listed there, and if you were to open it up again here, let's open it up one more time. And if you can even pull down here and open up your notification center, it even has an overlay right for your notification center. And that even makes it easier for you to see it here, I guess. And you can even tap the little person's head there that opens up all your contacts. This is a very good tweak, guys, and one that's well worth the money. I suggest you definitely check it out. The next one we're going to look at is called Reachability 7. Now, this is actually a free tweak, and what this one does, it allows you the reachability feature that was in the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. So if you want to add reachability to your older device, you can actually come in here and set up your activation method, which I'm going to have to change that because I have already reassigned it to something else. So now when we triple press, we're going to get reachability invoked. And you see it just drops down the screen. And you can set that to any number you want. You can have it drop all the way down to the bottom if you want to, simply by just changing that little number right there, the shift height. It's set to 100 right now, so if you were to change that to 500 or 600, it would drop way down here. So that's pretty cool. It's called Reachability 7, and it is free, and you have to do your activation again to turn it off. So keep that in mind. You enable and disable it. It will not just kick off if you just leave it like that. The next one is called SoundLight. This is a Big Boss tweak, and it's free. And what it does, when you turn on your flashlight in the back, it gives you this little sound. And I've had a little bit of trouble getting it to work today. I don't know if it was conflicting with something else, but it's supposed to make this little noise whenever you enable to turn it on. It makes a little beeping sound, and when you turn it off, it makes a little beeping sound. That way you know it's been turned on and off. Definitely one you want to check out. Next up is VolumeHug. VolumeHug is free in the Big Boss, and you see when I push my volume, I don't have that very big, huge footprint of the volume. I have that little small box there that has the volume number beside it, which I think is much better than that huge, giant volume HUD, I should say. The next one is called Call Shortcut. Now, what this one does, guys, is it adds an icon to your springboard for any contact that you want to call, iMessage, anything like that. You will just then tap that icon that you make, and it will actually start calling or messaging that person directly. And all you have to do to set it up is you go into settings and you go to your phone app and open up your shortcuts. Right here's call shortcut. Right here, configurations. Here you turn it on and off, and it says you can enable for your local phone numbers or disable for international. Choose which contact info you want to use as the shortcut icon name. So you can even name it. So if you go in here, you can choose default, which is all available, and I would just say put name on there. Nickname probably would work best for me. And if you come back out there, it gives you some very brief instructions. You just simply open the app, choose the contact, you scroll down to where it says add to home screen, tap confirm, and then hit adds the icon directly on your springboard. So definitely something you want to check out. I don't have a SIM card for this, or I would show you exactly what it is. Next up is called PopcornTime. I did a complete video on this. This is free. You will have to add another source to get this, but this will allow you to get something that looks very similar to Netflix directly on your jailbroken device. Now, if you don't have a jailbroken device and you want to get Movie Box, which is something that you can get free also, I have a video that'll show you how to do that you can get free movies on non-jailbroken device. I'll put that link in the description as well. And this one here, guys, it adds this PopcornTime icon right there, and if you tap that, you'll see that it'll open up something that looks very similar to Netflix. As you can see, I've been looking at Home Alone, and you can even download some of these if you want to download them. You can download the movies. It's going to be left up to you. Next up is called ColorfulKBD Pro. There is a free version, but this is the 99-cent version, which allows you much more customization. So what it is, if you go in here and we pull up our keyboard, you see mine looks very different than yours does probably. And each time you open it, it will actually look different. So even if you shift and come back, they change colors. You can see that it's changing each time it pulls up on the keyboard. So if we go into settings and we go back down here to ColorfulKBD, right here you've got your enable disable, you've got quick settings on KB, enable background image. You can even set your own background image if that's something you wanted to do. Now right here you can increase and decrease the hue to change the color, the brightness, the saturation. You can go into all different kinds of colors here if that's something you would want to do. That's called ColorfulKBD Pro. That is a 99-cent tweak. The next one is called Internal Photos. It's been the Big Boss free. What it does, it adds a little gear icon to your album right there. You see it's only available in the albums folder. You see if I go to the shared, it's not there anymore. It's only in the albums folder. And if you tap that, you get a lot more different customizations. You got photo grids here. If you want to go in here and change that, fake all videos, I don't know what that's about, but if you go to the feed, you can choose whether you want it to be a JPEG format, the size, and how fast. It says JPEG fast for medium tiles, the quality, the scroll speed. Now the speedometer and preheating stuff, I have no clue what all that's about. That's probably something that Apple uses in their customization, so that's something you can fiddle around with. That's called Internal Photos in the Big Boss repo, and it's free. Last but definitely not least is one called Messages Customizer Pro. You can get this for $1.99 in a Big Boss repo. And what this does, guys, it allows you to customize your iMessage app to the complete extent of the law, I guess you could say, as much as you would want. So if I open my Messages app, You see here that it looks very different. You can even turn on and off the previews for your messages, which I have turned off for obvious reasons. So if I open up my message here, you see now my bubbles look totally different. My contacts used to have each of the photos showing. I've actually disabled that, but if you want that on, you can turn that on. You can increase and decrease the size of the bubbles. You can change the color of the bubbles. You can do just about anything imaginable. You got little arrows over here if you want to automatically scroll to the top or the bottom of a message. You don't have to flip all the way through it like so. You can just flip the up key and it'll take you all the way to the top of the message. It's a very awesome tweak, guys, and one that definitely I think you ought to check out. Don't forget, guys, if you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you here. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It really helps us a great deal. Share the video and keep coming back.